Hi folks, this is Michelle Mitchell. I'm the founder of 760credit.biz, and I'm here in my Sacramento house. We spent Christmas here, and it was nice. So while lounging, I decided, hey, why don't I give you guys some information? So what I wanted to talk about today are inquiries and how they affect you and why they're important to kind of consider them while actually preparing your credit or just continuing to have good credit and all that good stuff. So an inquiry is an item that's placed on your report. Usually it says who and when. Who pulled your report and when they reported it, and when they pulled it. Okay. There are different kinds of pools. There are credit pools that are customer or consumer initiated, which means that you made the decision to pull the credit, or you gave permission for the credit to be pulled. There's also situations where you don't give them permission and they can actually look into your credit report and create inquiries on your report. Now, inquiries, they make up about 10% of your credit score. The way that your credit score is modeled, everyone's seeing the pie of what makes a credit score, like how different pieces and parts of what you do and what's in your report creates a score. So for inquiries, it affects your credit, say 10% of your score. And most people would think, oh, it's 10%, no problem. Actually, I've seen it written in blogs and stuff where people are like, oh, forget about inquiries, no big deal, they're only 10% of your score. So today I'm going to show you how you should consider them and why you should not ignore them. So there are two types of inquiries: a soft inquiry and a hard inquiry. And an inquiry can stay on your report for 2 years. Okay, so if anything's on your report for longer than 2 years, you can ask the credit bureau, hey, this is outdated and you need to take it off. However, the first year that the inquiry is on your report is when it's the most important to the scoring model, right? So that second year, it's just kind of data. The first year, it actually affects your scores. So that's good. That's something that you should consider as well. So I'm going to dig into the two types of inquiries and why they're important to know what they are. Soft inquiry is not tied to a credit report, or a credit application. And so what that means is that I didn't have to apply for anything in order for this inquiry to show up on my report. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, anytime anyone's in your report, whether it's a soft or hard inquiry, it will need to be reported on your credit report, and the consumer can actually see can see who and what has been dipping in and taking a peek of your personal information. And so what that means is it could be your employer, it could be an insurance company, because they all consider your credit now, right? What's on your credit report, not necessarily the score, but what's on your report. They can make those considerations when they're making the decision to give you insurance and what rate to give you a credit card, what a credit card offer and what rate to give you, all these different details, right? So soft inquiries show up on your report when you pull it, but it doesn't show up on, say, when you decide you want to fill an application out. So the creditors that you're trying to get credit with, they wouldn't know anything about soft inquiries. Mm-hmm. Soft inquiries, with or without your permission. So there are the bureaus they're interesting. They're interesting companies. Okay, they're privately owned. They're not government. So they're for-profit businesses. And so what they can do is allow companies that offer credit and offer services and whatnot to take a look at your credit without you knowing. Just for promotional offers. Well, it may not be damaging to your credit report. However, you don't want anyone, it's just creepy for people to be looking into your stuff, your personal information, and this is your financial resume, without your permission. So if you were to work with us, or if you to do your own credit repair, you would want to opt out of promotional offers, and you would ask each credit bureau, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, whoever other bureaus you might would want to opt out of these promotional offers, because those are the big three, but there are others. That's for a different blog. But yeah, you want to opt out of that so people aren't just looking in your stuff. And you'll see also you will not get as many mailers in the mail. So offers of credit, right? Oh, you've been pre-approved for this or that. You won't see those anymore when you opt out. Note about opting out. When you opt out, that does not mean you're opting out forever. That opt-out is good for 5 years only. So in 5 years, they'll reactivate that account for all to see, and then you'll probably start getting mailers again. Beautiful thing about soft inquiries also is that it does not hurt your score. So this is not actually considered in your scoring model, in the FICO scoring model. Hard inquiries. Now this is the section when people say, oh, you don't have to worry about inquiries, that we really need to consider, okay? Need to think about it. Because these are little things that we can actually do to help maintain our good credit and also to repair our credit, right? So with a hard inquiry, it's tied to a credit application, which means that you had to apply for something, right? For the most part, you have to apply for something, a car loan, home loan, whatever, in order for it to come up as a hard inquiry on your credit report. So it shows up when creditors pull your report. Why is this important to you? Well, if it shows up on your as a hard inquiry, it means that it is going to show up every time a creditor looks at your credit report. So if you've been applying for credit, just all over the place, it's going to send a bunch of red flags. Red flags are going to go up. Whoa, they're looking for credit. Whoa, why are they looking for credit? And then they can look in your report and see you haven't had any new accounts open, which means that you've got inquiries, you've been asking for credit, and you've been getting denied. So this little piece tells an underwriter or person that's going to make a decision to give you credit, all the information they need. Oh, well, nobody else is giving credit, why would I? Or maybe I should hike up that interest rate and offer it to them just so we can make some money. But we'll make our money really quickly because the interest rate is going to be through the roof. So the next thing I would like to say about a hard inquiry is it can hurt your credit score. How much? You think, oh, it's only being considered 10% of the whole scoring model. No, it's more. It may be that, but this is how it can hurt. So if you have really good credit, over 700 plus, right? The damage for an inquiry is probably around 3 to 10 points, right? If you don't get the credit, maybe it's like 10 points. If you get the credit, maybe only 3 points. Okay to bad credit, anyone under 700, right? Under 680, somewhere around there, it's going to really damage it, right? 15 to 20, 30 points even. What does that actually mean? That doesn't seem like a lot of points, right? But say you're in the middle of getting your mortgage, right? You're getting your mortgage loan locked down, and your score was like a 640 or 650, right? When you applied, so they're like, yeah, we pre-approve you. Cool. We're gonna give you this loan. You find your house and everything, and then you go back, and they're gonna pull your credit again before they close on any loan. And you had an inquiry, and that inquiry took your 650 down to a 630, and you were qualifying because you were 640 plus. Well, you just lost your loan. You just lost your loan for 20 measly points, or 30 measly points, or 15 measly points. So that's why it is extremely important, to consider inquiries. And that's why during the credit repair process, we ask you, and every credit repair company, if they're any good, we're going to tell you, do not apply for credit while we're doing this. Because if you get an inquiry, and I just raised your score up 20 points, and then you just brought it down by having an inquiry for 30 points, you think I wasn't doing my job. But I'm doing my job. You went and got an inquiry when you wasn't supposed to, okay? So, something to consider. Lots of inquiries is a red flag, just like I said earlier. You go to applying for all kinds of places, it looks like you're desperate for credit. And you're not getting the credit that you're asking for. So, do yourself a favor and be very, very mindful about who and when or what you're applying for and why and when. So the last thing I want to talk about is collection agencies and concerned with hard inquiries. Collection agencies are allowed. The Fair Credit Reporting Act allows credit agencies to put in hard inquiry on your credit report. You don't even have to know. So say you got a collection agency floating around, right? They was able to look at your credit on a soft pull, and they see an account. Ooh, we could probably get paid on this. They send you a letter, you ignore it. They put this on your credit, right, as an inquiry. So while you're applying for something, this collection agency pops up, which says to a collector or creditor, "Hey, whoa, this person owes money. This person got credit and did not pay it back. Do you think you're going to get any credit now? No, you're not, and they don't have to have permission to put it on there. But I'll talk about collection agencies on a different blog. But that's something to know. So in short and long, or in conclusion, this is a tip for you. If you're going to go out and you're going to go apply for credit, know what's on your credit report. Know what your credit scores are for each and every bureau. Know what's on each and every bureau, like the accounts that are on there, the inquiries that are on there. Know your own business really well, right? The next thing is, when you go to apply for someplace, ask them, hey, who are you pulling this credit report through? You know, are you taking it from Equifax, TransUnion, and what is your approving criteria? This way, you don't get hard inquiries unnecessarily. So which means that if I say, hey, yeah, we pull our your credit from Experian, and it's going to be a 680. You know that you're not a 680 at Experian. Why would you apply? You wouldn't, because you know it's going to give you a hard inquiry, hurt your score for no reason. So go to another place, go to another car lot, and say, hey, well, who do you report? Oh, TransUnion. Oh, you know, I got a 710 at TransUnion. I can make that call. I'm gonna go ahead and apply, right? So in short, like Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for 2016. I hope you guys decide that you really want to delve off into your credit. This is a big part of your life. It really is. It's going to become even more so. So I'm Michelle Mitchell, 760credit.biz. You can reach me at 510-877-0760 or Michelle at 760credit.biz. Or you can visit us online on our website at 760credit.biz. Check our blogs out. Sign up. We'd love to work with you. Thank you.